What's up, everybody? King of Fomo here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. Make sure you follow me over there on Telegram. That's t.me/KingofFomo1, as well as my TikTok channel listed right there on the screen. All right, so today we're going to be talking about passive profit platforms. Huge update. I haven't really talked about these things for a while. I'll get into the reason why. There is reasons why I like. There's times where I talk about it a lot and times that I don't. But since basically before February, but I'll give you guys an update on the profits that I've been making since then. These platforms are exactly that. They're passive for a reason. They go on autopilot. I don't have to pay attention to them. These are the earnings that I make with 0% referral commissions. I make more with referral commissions, but just so you guys know the numbers, they've been working out fantastically for me for over a year in almost all three of these things. So the three platforms we're going to talk about today are Cash FX Group, Cubitech, and PGI Global. So Cash FX Group, we can see that in February they had a total return of about 21.3%. In March they had a return of 15.87%. If you include if you subtract the fees, that's going to take out a total of $26,019. Cash FX Group working out phenomenally since its inception. There really hasn't been any major issues or big changes that's happened with Cash FX Group since the launch, and I'm very happy with them. Next up is Cubitech. Cubitech performing a little bit better, slightly better than Cash FX Group at 22.46% in February, 15.22% in March. Grand total of $37,680 withdrawn from Cubitech. That's a big portion higher than Cash FX Group because they don't take away as much in fees. So that's been working out nicely as well. There's a small issue with KYC that I think might be coming up soon with Cubitech, but other than that, I have had no issues with them. They've been performing the second best out of all three of these platforms, so it's been fantastic these past couple months. PGI Global blowing up both other platforms out of the water in terms of performance. February, we've had a return of 28%. In March so far to date, it's a return of 21%, so that's a total of $49,000 that I've been able to withdraw from PGI Global. Now, unfortunately, they have had the most issues the past couple months as well. A lot of withdrawals have been stuck for upwards of a month, actually. And as of, I think, yesterday, all of these have been solved, or the majority of these payment issues have been solved. They're doing some more upgrades in the back end, so it's been working out fantastically with PGI Global. It's been working out exactly as expected, and, they're performing the best in terms of monetary returns in that platform with a 100K package. So that's a grand total of $112,699 withdrawn from all three of these platforms. That's with 100K packages. Obviously, you guys can figure out your own numbers. That's why I do 100K packages. You can just take a decimal point and move it down by one if you want to do a $10,000 package or a $1,000 package and see how much you're going to be earning respectively from these platforms. All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty details of a few of these things. Like I said, PGI Global experiencing a lot of issues with withdrawals. A lot of people just pissed off and angry. But here's the thing, guys. If you follow your investment, if you're listening to the leadership team, if you're tuning in every Saturday when they're talking about what's going on in the company, this is one of the reasons why I love PGI Global, is because they communicate so much, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Then you wouldn't be worried. They've been talking about withdrawals for the past couple weeks. They've been explaining and expressing how much they've gotten through and what the plans are for the future, and they've met pretty much almost all of those plans, or at least they've explained why they haven't met some of the plans as well. So my withdrawals, like I said, as of yesterday, I only have last week and the week before's withdrawals that are processing, but everything else has gone through. I got like 3 in a row yesterday as well, which is fantastic. I have no issues with PGI Global. Now, as soon as they get their Kala wallet launched, I'm going to be doing another upgrade in here, 50K upgrade. I was going to do that earlier, but I wanted to wait until they smoothed over the withdrawals and the Kala wallet, so we'll wait until after that Kala wallet, and I'll do that 50K upgrade into PGI Global. Next up, Cubitech. Like I said, it's now known as Qubit Life. I have to start calling it that, but Qubit Life doing well too. Like I said, there's been no issues withdrawing. I can withdraw in Ethereum or in Bitcoin in this platform, and they did talk a little bit about KYC. I think it might be for a different part of their their whole back office. So I don't think it's something that I have to worry about too much, but it's something that it's on my mind in terms of upgrading in here. But overall, like I said, Cubitech is the second best performing next to PGI Global, so I'm not going to knock it at all. So that's mainly the big meaty updates for the passive profit platforms. We can also briefly mention Etherconnect. Now I want to give Etherconnect its own separate video. I did do my 10K deposit in Etherconnect, and I'm following up on this number. Like I said, I told you guys to look at this number every day. I posted it in my Telegram channel. It's at 0.1179 dollars or 11.79 cents yesterday. Today it's at 11.86 cents. So the ECC price is going up, and I'm currently I am hodling my ECCs. I'm going to kind of take a bigger risk. You can go ahead and accept the whatever percentage daily that you have on yours and withdraw that every day, or you can go for the bigger distance and wait for that price to rise before you do any sales. It's really up to you as far as your strategy. But my strategy is kind of to hodl as much as I can my ECC coins. Now I'll give you guys the earnings a little bit later, because this is not actually how much I earned. A lot of this is referral commission, so I want to give you guys a realistic number. Don't pay attention to earnings right now. Right now, pay attention to that ECC price. And to explain why am I interested in passive profit platforms a lot more now compared to DeFi and BSC and trading with these farms and stuff, well, the main reason is because there's always waves in crypto, up waves and down waves. And definitely this has been the past couple weeks. You noticed I haven't really been making too many videos. This has been a down wave in the Binance Smart Chain and just in DeFi and trading in general. Usually in times where you have a bullish market and a lot of money moving around in places, it's extremely profitable to trade on your own instead of giving it to the passive profit platforms. You'll make a lot more doing it on your own and finding your own projects. And then there's also times like this where if the market is moving sideways, it's not as profitable anymore. You're not going to be making much at all, and the risk is way higher. The risk of scam versus the risk of finding gems is way out of whack. You're way more likely to find a scam or to find something that just doesn't do good as opposed to a gem. So that's why I haven't really been touching stuff on the Binance Smart Chain or in DeFi in general. I touched something yesterday. I decided, let me jump back in, see how this, dip my toes in the water, see how things are going. Total scam within 2 hours, lost 100% of what I put in. That was in, I think it was, Sage.finance. Some of you guys might have seen it. Luckily, I'm glad they didn't last a lot longer before they scammed out, because that was a mass liquidity scam, which is unfortunate. But that's kind of what you gotta, it's what you're signing up for if you're trying the Binance Smart Chain right now. 90% of what you're going to find is not going to do well, or is going to completely scam out totally and entirely. So be patient when you're looking for good projects. You don't have to do something new every single day, and in times like this, like I said, this is why I have these passive profit platforms to really hold me up. And like I said, $112,000 in the past 2 months, where things have been sort of slow on a couple of those weeks, is pretty darn nice. It's nice to kind of decide what I'm going to do with that and be prepared to spend that type of money on the next bull run in DeFi and in doing my own trading. Whereas, when things are weak, I'll let somebody else do it for me. All right, guys, that is everything for today. You can check out all this stuff. Now, of course, keep in mind, nothing is a guarantee in crypto at all. All these things are subject to not returning any percent per month. You're subject to total loss if you're giving your money, your crypto, to anybody. What if they lose your private keys and all the money gets stolen and you're not going to get anything back? So keep that in mind. There's always risk involved, and a lot of times people ignore that when they see these big numbers. They see these big numbers and they think it's a guarantee. That's not the case. Sometimes it works out nicely, like with these 3 platforms that have all been around for over a year. And sometimes it doesn't work out so nicely, like with what happened with Sage Finance yesterday, with what happened with Wiseling a couple of weeks ago. It's just kind of the luck of the draw. You got to do your own research, sprinkle some research on top of that, get a little lucky, and hopefully come out on top at the end of the day. All right, guys, that's everything for today. I'll catch you in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. I think my next video might be about Etherconnect. Peace out.